Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Think, Learn, Grow. Today we are going to discuss about the Porter 5 forces. Ever wonder why do some companies earn huge profits while others struggle in the same industry? Why is Apple so profitable in smartphones but many other brands fail? The answer lies in understanding industry competition, and that's exactly what Porter's 5 forces helps us analyze. Porter's 5 forces model was developed by Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter in 1979. This model helps us analyze the competitive structure of an industry. It answers one important question: how attractive and profitable is an industry? The model identifies 5 competitive forces that determine industry profitability. Let's understand them one by one. Force 1, threat of new entrants. This force examines how easy or difficult it is for new companies to enter an industry. If entry is easy, competition increases, profits decrease. If entry is difficult, existing companies remain more profitable. Now, what make entry of new entrant difficult? There are many factors such as high investment requirement. This means a new company needs a large amount of money to start operating in that industry. If starting a business requires huge capital, many new firms cannot afford it. Risk becomes high, entry becomes difficult. For example, to compete with Tesla, a new company would need a manufacturing plant's advanced technology research. Development distribution network. This requires billions of dollars, so high investment reduces the threat of new entrants. Another factor could be strong brand loyalty. Brand loyalty means customers strongly prefer certain brands and continue buying from them. Why it is a barrier? If customers trust existing brands, they are less likely to try new brands. New companies must spend heavily on advertising. It becomes difficult to attract customers. For example, customers loyal to Apple often wait for the next iPhone instead of switching to a new smartphone brand. So strong brand loyalty protects existing firms. Government regulations. These are rules and laws set by the government that businesses must follow. Why it is a barrier: licenses may be required, safety approvals may take time, taxes and compliance increase cost, legal procedures delay entry. For example, in the pharmaceutical industry, companies must get government approval before selling medicines. This makes entry slow and expensive. Therefore, strict regulations reduce the threat of new entrants. Force number 2, bargaining power of suppliers. Suppliers provide raw materials or components. If suppliers are powerful, they can increase prices, reduce quality, reduce profitability of firms. If suppliers are weak, companies can negotiate better prices. Now, how can it affect the probability of the business? When there are only a small number of suppliers in the market, companies have limited options. Switching becomes difficult. Suppliers can demand higher prices. For example, when are suppliers powerful? Suppliers are powerful when they can increase prices, reduce quality control supply, dictate terms. This happens in the following situations: more suppliers equals less power, and fewer suppliers equal to more power. In the aircraft manufacturing industry, companies like Boeing depend on a limited number of specialized engine suppliers. If there are only 2 to 3 suppliers globally, those suppliers gain strong bargaining power. Also, suppliers become powerful when they provide a product that is rare, specialized, or highly differentiated. Why this increases power? The buying company cannot easily find the same quality elsewhere. The supplier controls something valuable. Switching may reduce quality. Example: chip manufacturers supply advanced processors to companies like Apple. If a supplier produces a highly advanced chip that others cannot match, that supplier gains strong power. Therefore, it means unique technology equals to strong supplier influence. Another reason that can make supplier more powerful is when there is no alternative product that can replace the supplier's product. Why this increases power? The company becomes dependent. There is no backup option. Supplier can increase prices without fear of losing customers. For example, electric vehicle companies like Tesla need lithium for batteries. If there are limited alternatives to lithium batteries, lithium suppliers become powerful. No substitute equals to high dependency, which equals to high supplier power. Now, force 3, bargaining power of buyers. Buyers are customers. If customers have many choices, they demand lower prices, profit decreases. If customers have limited choices, companies can charge higher prices. Buyers are powerful when customers have many choices in the market. Why this increases buyer power? Customers can compare prices. They can switch to competitors easily. Companies must compete to attract them. For example, in online shopping, customers using Amazon can compare prices with Flipkart and other platforms. If Amazon increases prices, customers can immediately buy from another website. More alternatives equals to stronger buyer power. Switching cost means the cost, money, time, effort required to change from one brand to another. Why this increases buyer power? If switching is easy, customers are not loyal. They can move to competitors quickly. Companies must keep prices competitive. Example, switching from one streaming platform like Netflix to another takes only a few clicks. There is no long-term contract, no heavy penalty, no major effort. So switching cost is low means buyer power is high force. 4, threat of substitute products. Substitutes are different products that satisfy the same need. For example, tea versus coffee butter versus margarine, Netflix versus YouTube. If substitutes are easily available, industry profitability decreases. Force 5. 5. Industry rivalry. This is the intensity of competition among existing firms. High rivalry means price wars, advertising battles, reduced profit margins. Rivalry is high when there are a large number of firms in the industry. Why this increases rivalry? Market share gets divided, companies fight to attract customers, price wars become common. Example, in the soft drink industry, companies like Coca-Cola and PepsiCo constantly compete through advertising and promotional offers. More competitors equal to more competition, which equals to high rivalry. So that was Porter's 5 forces model developed by Michael Porter, a powerful framework to analyze industry competition and profitability. Now you understand how threat of new entrants, supplier power, buyer power, threat of substitutes, and industry rivalry together determine whether an industry is attractive or highly competitive. If this video helped you understand the concept clearly, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with your classmates. See you in the next videos. Take care of yourself, your loved ones. Thank you.